What if the biggest event in human history happened while you were scrolling through your phone? What if millions vanished in a single moment? And by the time the world realized what happened, it was already too late.
hope. The media loved him. World leaders praised him. Crowds celebrated him. Millions trusted him instantly. But Michael remembered another warning from Scripture. The Bible repeatedly warns about deception in the last days. Not obvious deception. Convincing deception. The kind that sounds good, looks good, feels good, but ultimately leads people away from truth. As months passed, society changed dramatically. Faith became unpopular. Biblical beliefs were increasingly mocked. Many people who once ignored God became desperate for answers. Churches filled with people searching for hope. Others became angry. They blamed God for everything. They blamed Christians. They blamed anyone they could. Fear has a way of revealing what's truly inside the human heart. One evening Michael visited a small Bible study group meeting secretly in a warehouse. About 20 people sat in folding chairs. Some were former atheists. Others were former churchgoers who had drifted away from faith. Every person in the room shared one thing in common. Regret. Regret for waiting. Regret for assuming they had more time. Regret for ignoring warning signs. An elderly pastor stood up and addressed the group. His voice trembled slightly. I've spent 40 years preaching one message. Everyone listened carefully. The problem was never lack of information. He paused. The problem was people believed they had tomorrow. The room fell silent. Because everyone knew he was right. Most people don't reject God because they hate him. They reject him because they assume they can deal with him later. Later becomes next year. Next year becomes next decade. And eventually, there is no later. Michael thought about his own life. All the opportunities he wasted. All the invitations he ignored. All the warnings he dismissed. How many times had God tried to get his attention? How many times had he refused to listen? The realization hit him hard. The greatest danger isn't knowing too little. It's believing you have unlimited time. Weeks turned into months. The world became darker. Violence increased. Fear increased. Deception increased. Yet in the middle of darkness, something incredible happened. People began turning to Christ in unprecedented numbers. Not because life became easier. Because they finally understood what mattered. Money couldn't save them. Politics couldn't save them. Technology couldn't save them. Only God could. One cold evening Michael climbed a hill overlooking the city. The skyline glowed in the distance. Sirens echoed through the night. The world looked completely different from the one he once knew. He opened his grandmother's Bible one more time. A handwritten note fell from between the pages. It simply said, "If you're reading this, remember one thing. Jesus keeps every promise he makes." Michael stared at the words. Tears filled his eyes. Because history had proven them true. Jesus promised wars and rumors of wars. Jesus promised increasing deception. Jesus promised difficult times. Jesus promised he would come again. And every day seemed to bring the world closer to that reality. For years people asked, "Where is God?" Now a different question was being asked. What if God was warning us all along? Maybe the signs weren't meant to scare people. Maybe they were meant to wake people up. Maybe every warning was actually an act of mercy. A chance to turn back. A chance to prepare. A chance to choose eternity over temporary things. As Michael looked toward the night sky, he finally understood something that had taken him 34 years to learn. Life is fragile. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And eternity is far more real than most people realize. The world spends billions of dollars preparing for every possible disaster. People prepare for retirement. They prepare for college. They prepare for emergencies. They prepare for vacations. Yet millions never prepare for the one event guaranteed to affect every human being: meeting God. The truth is, nobody knows the exact day or hour. Jesus himself said that. But he also said believers should watch. Stay awake. Pay attention. Recognize the signs. And today, many people believe those signs are becoming harder to ignore. Whether you believe the rapture could happen tomorrow, next year, or decades from now, one fact remains unchanged. Every person will eventually stand before God. Every person will face eternity. Every person must answer the same question. Not how much money they made. Not how famous they became. Not how many followers they had. Not how successful they looked. The question is simple. Did they know Christ? As the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, Michael closed his Bible and looked toward heaven. For the first time in years, he wasn't afraid. Because preparation isn't about predicting a date. It's about having a relationship with the one who holds every date in his hands. And that's the message many people miss. The rapture isn't just about prophecy. The second coming isn't just about future events. The real message has always been about readiness. Because one day the headlines will stop. The debates will end. The theories will disappear. And every person will discover that eternity was never a story. It was reality all along. So before you click away, ask yourself one honest question. If Jesus returned sooner than expected, would you be ready? Or would you wish you had taken his warning seriously while there was still time? Because the future may arrive much faster than anyone expects. And maybe, just maybe, that's why you're hearing this message today.